Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Inside the Game, live from the World Cyber Games 2005 Grand Finals here in Singapore. We got Warcraft 3 on the way. I'm joined by Bunny. This is going to be one heck of a match.
It is. I'm here joined with Talkspot. We're getting ready to cast 4K Grubby versus Lamb William. So if you're a Warcraft 3 fan, I want to see you guys come to the seat and sit down and get ready to watch an exciting match.
Now, to start us off, we're going to take a look at the players. We're going to get right into this one. Obviously, with Grubby, we have ourselves a huge celebrity, one of the most renowned players in Warcraft 3.
4K Grubby is our reigning WCG champion. He took first place last year in 2004. He has so many achievements, I cannot even name them all. He also took first place at ESWC 2005, first place at BlizzCon, first place at CPL Turkey, first place at Rebel Cell Master. The list just keeps going. If you look at Grubby right now, he is really focused. He's representing Netherlands, also playing Orc. I won't even try and say his last name because I'll mess up. But his name is Manuel, and he is ready to play. If you know Grubby, you know that before every game he stays focused. He doesn't let anybody bother him. Look at him right now, how focused he is.
I don't want to go up there and knock on that window and say hi, because I think it might attack me. Next up, we have Lamb William from Venezuela. And, Lamb William is somewhat dwarfed by the achievements of Grubby, but then here everyone is. But the important thing to focus on here is there are no easy games in the World Cyber Games Grand Final. He's here for a reason.
And Lamb does have a few achievements under his belt. He took first place from Venezuela WCG and also fourth place at CPL Chile. So today they will be facing each other on Echo Isle. Echo Isle is a very small map. It's meant for only 2 players. Taking a look right here, Echo Isle has been changed up a little bit. Ever since Blizzard patched their map, we no longer have a fountain of mana or a fountain of health, where normally you see it at the north and the 2 right sides. Instead, there are taverns there now in the center, and then you have your mercenary camps. So because of that, the strategies that these 2 players will use will probably change a little bit.
Yeah, and, we really are blessed with the talent of competition right here going into this. This is our first game, and I can't wait to get it underway.
I can't wait either. Let's get this started, guys.
And,
crowd out there. Guys, you're on TV. How about you scream and show them how you're ready for this match?
Listen to that. They're hyped up for this one for sure.
This is 4K Grubby out here against Lamb William. Are you guys excited? Oh, we'll work on it.
Yeah. We'll get there.
So the game is about to begin. It's loading right now. 4K Grubby versus Lamb William. We have Netherlands versus Venezuela. So I'm not sure who you guys are cheering for out there, whether it's the underdog or the reigning champion. But the game has begun. As I mentioned before, there's only 2 spawn locations. We have 4K Grubby here at the top left-hand corner of the map. Lamb William over at the top right-hand corner. As I mentioned before, these players are both Orc. So we have a Orc versus Orc mirror match. There's not a whole lot I can say about imbalances because they're playing the exact same race.
Now, would you ever, modify your strategy knowing you're playing someone with the same strengths and weaknesses as you in race choice?
Well, when it comes down to an Orc mirror match, it sometimes really boils down to micro and macro. Now, I think in Lamb Williams' shoes, since he's playing against Grubby, I don't know if there's intimidation there or not. There's a possibility that maybe he wants to try and do something different, throw something out of the box. But standard, though, in Orc versus Orc, you're going to see a lot of Kodo wars. So usually before the change in the map, players who use Orc would always go to Blade Master. Now, without those fountains there, I don't think we'll be seeing the Blade Master. We may be seeing a different hero.
Now, he is going to go for the Farseer right there on the northwest side. It's the same, intro. Grubby's not going for anything aggressive. Last year in the finals, he picked up one round where he just went super aggressive from the off against Insomnia, and it brought it back to him. And, Grubby is one of the players that we've seen time and time again can adapt to his opponent. Lamb William, can he adapt to the reputation that Grubby has?
I think the only way to find out is to watch this match here. I know that there's a lot of pressure right now on Grubby to try and maybe get that first place again. This will be really hard for him because he has a lot of pressure on him. He has so many first places this year. Also named the Warcraft III 2005 Esports Player of the Year. Went up against Moon on that and took the win. So I know he wants to take this win here, but if he doesn't, I think we still know he's got talent.
Right, and Dutch team themselves are the reigning champions. Holland last year took first with, I believe, 6 goals. And, they really went for a clean sweep there. And, not only is he fighting for his own reputation and his clan, but his nation as well.
Yeah, so far we're going to look back into the game. And as we see here, they're not going to play very aggressive. We have both players choosing the Farseer as their first hero choice. Now, the strategy that we may see on this map is possibly fast-paced action. Because it's a small map, the two players are either going to battle out really early in the game, or you may have it where both players are going to spend a lot of time creeping. Because the creeps are very close by, so they're either going to stay on their side of the map and creep as quickly as possible, try to level up their hero, or they can go in and attack as quick as possible. And right now, it looks like they're choosing to creep.
Yeah, what will motivate the choice for that as to what you're going to do? Is that opponent-based choice?
It could be, but I think in this case, it's more a race choice because it's an Orc Mirror match. And I think in most Orc Mirror matches, you really don't want to go too aggressive unless you're trying to do a tower rush. And I don't really see that coming up right now. I just see a lot of creeping. So these players just want to level up.
Right, now they're going to keep moving along. Grubby almost has his Farseer up to level 2 there. And, as this game develops, as the players get more in tune with their settings here up on the grand stage of the World Cyber Games, there's also that element that will always favor players like Grubby. The pressure that is on them right now is immense because of what they have in front of them. There's a huge crowd here, and that's the experience that Grubby has is always going to help him out.
It does, and it looks like Lamb William is going to try and apply some pressure onto Grubby right now. Coming into his base, he's going to focus on the burrow first. I think he wants to try and get an advantage here on Grubby. He moves in with his level 2 Farseer with 3 grunts now, takes down one burrow that Grubby was trying to put up. Grubby will be forced to either go back and save his base or return the favor and counter, and it looks like he will go ahead and counter. He's now moving over to Lamb Williams' base.
Yeah, he's going to take on the Voodoo Lounge and successfully destroy it. Now going to match up with an attack on a burrow, and pretty much anything you do, I can do better. Lamb William taking that straight to him, back over in Grubby's base, landing out some punishment of his own. So right now we're in a bit of an equilibrium. They're both each other's bases.
Yes, we're going to have some nice micro and macro action going on here. Who's going to be able to control their base better and the battle at the same time? Lamb here has chosen to focus on the barracks so he can also go back to his base and defend it. Grubby, on the other hand, has one peon there repairing that barrack. He also has a grunt focusing on the grunts of Lamb William, and now we'll go for the units of Lamb in his base. He's given up on the buildings. He wants to get experience. Instead, he's focusing on that grunt. Lamb's going to have to pull that grunt back. We also see another hero being built here for both players. We have Berserker being upgraded in the barracks of Grubby.
And Lamb is really under pressure, going to lose that grunt as it has been chased down.
Oh, down goes one grunt for Lamb William. That's not looking good for him. He's short one unit now. Grubby has successfully did the damage that he wanted to do. Now he's going to pull back a little bit. I think he's going to focus back on his main base. Needs to get that barrack repaired before he loses it. Lamb wants that barrack to go down.
Oh, Lamb's just really facing really going out all aggressive, and he's going to continue that pressure right now, despite the fact that Grubby is moving in on his 6. That barrack is down to about 20% HP, even less, just 150 building points on there, going down 90, 76, taking the damage. Finally, one of Grubby's grunts is back, and now Grubby coming in from the rear to try and save it.
He keeps his barrack alive. Very nice move there. Grubby will now come in and try and focus on the grunt instead. Not only did he take a grunt down in Lamb's base, he's now going to come back, save his barrack, and out comes the Shadow Hunter. This is not looking good for Lamb because now his Farseer has been hexed. He's a little raccoon now trying to run away. In comes Grubby now. There he goes again. Hex on the Farseer. Lamb is in trouble.
This is not good. Lamb Williams running away, going to call a TP and get out of there for safety. Great stuff from Grubby. He turned what was a defensive situation into attack on Lamb's base. Then when he reversed it back to defense, again, it was Grubby that came out on top.
And this is looking tough for Lamb. His Shadow Hunter just popped out, but had to travel quite a distance to make it back. So there is a nice tactic right there that you have from Grubby. He knew that his Shadow Hunter was about to come out, did his damage as quickly as possible, came back to his base, rejoined with his second hero, and bam, got Lamb to TP back home.
Now, from the early exchanges, you have to say Grubby will have taken the spoils from those. What does he do now? Does he go aggressive? It does look like he's going to do that, and he's going to follow up, and he's hungry for more.
He wants to get that Farseer, guys. Hex goes off on the Farseer again. He has no health potion. Down goes the Farseer! Level 2 Farseer now dead for Lamb. So he's in a bit of trouble.
It's a question now of whether Grubby's going to push on and try and seal the deal, or whether that Shadow Hunter is going to be enough to make Lamb Williams hold on longer and force Grubby back.
Lamb now uses a scroll speed to help him out, try to get his units a bit faster, but he gets another grunt hex. He also is going to try and hex one of Grubby's grunt. Down goes one grunt for Grubby, but looks like Grubby's trying to take a grunt of Lamb over there to the right. Now Shadow Hunter's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, the Shadow Hunter running away for dear life, down to about 75 HP, 75% HP, and just being challenged away from the base, away from the reinforcements, but now they will bypass one another, decide, now is the time to retreat and regroup, but Grubby still does have something left up in the base there, still causing Lamb a niggling pain.
Lamb in his base trying to revive his Farseer right now. He has a bestiary up, also building some Kodos, as I mentioned earlier, Kodo Wars. So here you have Grubby also with a bestiary up, pumping out the Kodos. He's also going to try and continue the pressure on Lamb. He has the advantage right now. Took a hero down, took some units down, staying on the outside. He wants to peck off some more units.
Nicely done here as Grubby just, attacking from afar, but here comes back that level 2 Farseer that Lamb Williams already lost, and slowly Lamb Williams is edging his way back. The early spoils that went to Grubby have now almost been equalized back out.
Almost. He really wants to take one of Grubby's grunts down as he uses a scroll speed again. Hex goes off on a grunt of Grubby. Ooh, ah! Down he goes.
Nicely done there, and that's not the first grunt that Grubby's lost, and slowly he's taken a little bit of a unit loss there, but here we go. We're going to have the Kodo War, as you predicted from the outset, and now how does this one play out?
Grubby's going to have to pull back a little bit. There's too many units for him to battle. He's going to have to bring in his Kodo. He tries to eat a grunt, but Kodo just gets hexed by Lamb. In comes the Kodo. Gobble. There we go. We have one grunt in his belly now. He's going to have to try and wait for his other Kodo to come out of hex form, but it looks like he may fall down.
He's going to keep this battle ongoing. Here the Kodo is back now. 2 Kodos on 2. In fact, just one for Lamb Williams there. Grubby pulls his Farseer just to the outside of it. Took about 15% damage on Grubby's Farseer there, which is a credit to Lamb, who's still keeping a lot of fire down. Another Kodo is taking some damage, down to 122 HP. Make that 99, 77. This Kodo is injured fast. Takes another shot in the back, 17 HP. Falls on the front gate of his base.
This is like Hungry Hippo with his Hungry Kodos coming in trying to eat as many grunts as they can. The Farseer of Grubby, though, is in trouble. He's running low on HP, has to pull in the far back of the base. Shadow Hunter now reaches level 2. Down goes the Farseer of Lamb. I missed that completely, but he just lost his Farseer again.
Second time that has happened. It's going to be the Shadow Hunter to lead the charge in, but Grubby, despite losing a few units, has always maintained his hero status, and that's kept him always in a safe and secure position.
Lamb has been able to eat one grunt. He tried to take another grunt, but ends up getting his Kodo hex, so he's squirming away very slowly, but in comes the wolves to trip up that Kodo. He's not going to let him run away. Look at that wolf dancing back and forth. Not going to let that Kodo go. Yeah, hungry Kodos. Down he goes.
Now, Grubby's just going to pull back. He certainly has something of a unit advantage right now, and credit to Lamb, though. He's not been fazed by this situation. He's played his game, and he's not been overran by Grubby at all.
He's trying to stay calm, I'm sure, and he's staying in the game. And it looks like right now the Farseer of Grubby is very close to level 2, just about to reach level 2. Lamb's having to revive his Farseer, so as he's waiting for his Farseer to come back, he will go out and creep the little Murlocs outside of his base.
And you mentioned that Lamb is trying to stay in the game. He's got to go beyond the game if he wants to take this victory. That's what it's all about.
He does. He needs to go beyond the game. So right now we have both players taking their time creeping after they had a nice battle, eating up each other's grunts, leveling up their heroes as much as possible. Right now Grubby does have an advantage over Lamb. And when you play against a player with this caliber, you cannot let him have the advantage, because now he's going to have to wait for some possible luck or something to happen in his favor. And I'm not sure if Grubby's going to give him that mistake.
Grubby has a clear numerical advantage over this matchup, and Lamb has to deal with that in his own way. He has to be able to turn his disadvantage into his advantage somehow.
Right now, Grubby has a bigger army. He's currently sitting at 56 pop, where Lamb is only at 43 pop. When I say pop, I'm referring to population. That's the food count. Now with Grubby at the advantage, he will move on in. He's ready to attack Lamb right now. I don't know if he wants to end this game yet, but he's going straight for the altar, so that if he does take down a hero, that hero can't be revived. Shadowhunter now dropping also some Serpent Wards down. That altar will be destroyed.
Well, you have to give credit to that Serpent Ward. He knew that Lamb was on the southeast part of the map. Serpent Ward's covering the south entrance to that base and causing an obstruction that allowed Grubby to finish off the work on that altar. And now Grubby's going in for the meat in that sandwich.
We have level 3 Farseers now in the action, and Snare goes off on the Farseer of Grubby. He has been hexed, using scroll speed, trying to run him away as quickly as possible to the back of the army. The Kodos now moving on in to try and eat each other's grunts. Raiders, a lot of ensnare action in place. Farseer of Grubby running low on HP. It looks like now scroll speed being used by Lamb to try and get an advantage.
Lamb knows that if his hero goes down, he ain't coming back anytime soon, and that makes this battle oh so crucial. Grubby pulled his hero out of there, so there was not to be that issue for him. Now Lamb retreating to the east side of his base, taking damage. His unit count is so low right now in aggressive forces. He has just 5 to 6 visible units that are going at Grubby right here. Another Kodo boost. He's going to fall for Grubby, though. Not too good, but those Serpent Wards doing the damage, and now, though, they're going to be retaliated by his own.
Lamb Williams, Shadowhunter just reaches level 3, but still Grubby continues to apply the pressure. Serpent Wards are continuing to be dropped. A Demolisher now joins the battle for Grubby, so he's going to do a lot of damage. 2 Demolishers out now. I'm going to see a splat right here, guys. A splat's going to happen on that Kodo. Waiting.
Ooh.
No. Healing Salve on him. Splat.
There we go, we got the splat. And now Grubby really has Lamb Williams compressed into a small corner of that base. Only like 5 or 6 units in visible form, and now Grubby has the long-range fire coming in from the Demolishers, and now he's going to push in and try and finish this off and seal the deal.
This is hurting here for Lamb. 54 pop right now for Grubby. Lamb is down to 28. He's losing his army. He's got half the size army as Grubby. His base is about to be half the size of Grubby's base. Burrows are being destroyed. Too many Serpent Wards everywhere. Now all he has left are the peons for him and his heroes. But you're looking at him, he's still trying. He doesn't want to give up yet. He's going to fight till the very end. Going for Grubby's Demolishers, see if he can pick any more units off. Still, though, this is not looking good for him.
Credit where it's due. He knew that he was weak had he lost a hero, and he defended those heroes well. But, as heroic as they may be, when there's nothing left to support them, they're going to be in trouble.
Farseer now running really low on HP, 63 pops, health on the very back. He's being focused on, guys. Down goes the Farseer of Lamb. I think this is possibly game over here, as Lamb only has his Shadowhunter left. We'll see if he's going to wait to fight with the very last Shadowhunter. He's dropping down whatever he can. GG, guys, it's game over. The win goes to 4K Grubby. Give a hand.
Brilliantly done there by Grubby, and the favorite has once again, taken the initiative. And, Lamb Williams, though, was not phased. You have to give credit to Lamb. He was not phased by his opponent or by his opponent's strategy, and he gave Grubby a good game.
He sure did. You guys have to imagine, it's a lot of pressure up here, guys. On stage, in the booth, against the reigning champion, this cannot be easy for him. And he did play well. So, guys, give a round of hands to both of these players who did wonderful.
Brilliant stuff there. Now, we are going to set this one back up. It's crazy to see that, when I was talking to Todd before the game today, he said there's no clear favorite for this. And that just shows the quality that we have in this arena today.
It is. The competition this year is tough. It's very, very tough. I really cannot predict a winner. So for those of you guys who are out there, please stick around. We have maybe 5-10 minutes break. The next match we have coming up is Avatar, known as Home Run Ball, human player. He will be up against Gosu Bay, resident from Singapore. Gosu Bay is representing Singapore here. We are live in Singapore for WCG. He plays second, so stick around. The next match will be coming up soon.
darkest face. Driven by a passion to win, playing heart to heart, face to face. The challenge of a lifetime stands before us now. Beyond the game, in the shadow of the golden gate, we have come to decide our fate. We're here to celebrate. Beyond the game, beyond the game. At last, the moment's at hand. All we need is to believe we can. We'll make our stand. Beyond the game, 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 beyond the game. The world's cyber game. The teams are here, the spirit is right. We're connected now in a powerful way. We celebrate our diversity around the world with a passion to play.